AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher. Chance to talk online with Derek Journas, manager for Hamilton Information Systems, about cybersecurity, business technology, and much more. Derek, you're going to be busy if we got to talk about all of that stuff.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
I'm great. Now, you've been in the business of helping other businesses in this area with their technology solutions, but that can stretch beyond what we sometimes consider traditional hardware. You work heavily in cybersecurity and network arenas for business operations. So with everything that goes into that, sometimes there's confusion surrounding what all of that entails. So what is it that makes the Hamilton approach so effective?
Yeah, Brian, we've had quite a few of these interviews, and I really thought it was time to discuss cybersecurity. And we've talked in the past over and over about, for businesses, managing your IT is important. And with everything that's kind of going on in the world right now, cybersecurity is one of those topics that really should be top of mind for business owners when it comes to protecting their business. And, cybersecurity, for a lot of folks, it's one of those things that can be very daunting. And business owners know that it's important and that they should be focused on it, but they just really don't know where to start. And so that's where Hamilton comes in. We want to make the concept of protecting your network and your data easy to understand. And we do this by putting together a cybersecurity plan and a phased approach that adds those needed layers of security that will help protect their business.
All right, digital online security is important, but it can be a task that a lot of people are going, what do I do? So what's a good starting point for businesses that know that cybersecurity is something they need, but they also need to understand that keeping it local is really important too?
Yeah, and that's a great question. And so what we hear most often from businesses is, look, again, I know cybersecurity is important. I know I should be focused on it, but I literally just don't know what the first step is or how do I get started. And so what we really recommend is to talk to a cybersecurity service provider like Hamilton to get you moving in the right direction, to help you take that first step. And, it's just really as easy as giving Hamilton a call and let us talk to you for 15 or 30 minutes. No pressure by anyone. It's just really allow us to give you some information on how to take that first step. And, businesses are really exposed to a variety of risks every day. And studies show that 60% of businesses that are attacked by ransomware are out of business within 6 months. And I'm not here to talk about that to scare anyone. It's just we're really here to discuss what the right steps are to take so businesses don't have to be worried about that, or they're adding additional layers of protection to help protect them against things like that happening. And so with the Hamilton cybersecurity plan that I mentioned earlier, there's a few items that are typically in the plan that I wanted to go over. Now, every plan is really tailored towards each business, but one of the first things that we recommend is a security assessment by our on-staff security manager. So we really have this individual focused on nothing but security for our customers and Hamilton. And some of the areas of focus are network security and proactive monitoring, email security, and phishing email education. So one of the easiest ways for an attacker to enter a business is through a phishing email, where an employee or a business owner clicks on a link that's in an email that grants the hacker access to their system. And so what we want to do is we want to make it as hard as possible for that hacker to get into the house. So we lock the door, we lock the deadbolt, but then we take another step and we add a 3-foot piece of steel in front of that door to make it as hard as possible for that attacker to get in. So the last thing we want to do is have the attacker knock on the door and we open the door and let them in. And that's what happens when someone clicks on a phishing email link. It lets that hacker right in. So not only adding those additional layers of security is important, but educating the employee and the business owners on what to look out for is also just as important. Other things that we look at is access control. So who has access to the systems and data? And what policies and procedures can we put in place to help protect that system and data? The other things that we do is penetration testing. and physical security. So, that may be security cameras or door access control. Biometric security is really big right now, and we've been doing a lot of that. And so those are just a few areas of focus. But again, Hamilton puts this all in a plan where it's easily understood and can be tackled in phases. And cybersecurity can be a big, complex thing, but let Hamilton take the complexities out of it. We'll handle the complexities on the back end, and we'll make it easy for the customer. And, Hamilton really covers the full arena of business IT, whether that's business phones, so we'll take care of your office phones, managed IT, security systems, whether that be the physical security systems that we talked about, like security cameras or door access control. We also have a full-blown data center, so you can host your servers in our data center, or we can actually virtualize those servers, and we can run those servers on our equipment. You pay a simple monthly fee. You never have to worry about it. And then also business class fiber. We are all about keeping businesses connected. And so that's just another area that we focus on as well.
They can help you in a lot of different ways, but through all of that, what's the number one thing you want folks to remember?
Yeah, like we've talked about in the past, businesses can really only be as productive as their network and IT equipment allow them to be. And that's just simply what the marketplace is today. And a well-maintained network means less downtime, which, in turn yields higher profits for the business. And we talk to businesses all the time and say, let us handle the IT piece of it. You handle growing your business because that's what you're an expert in. And, most importantly, our response time is incredible. Brian, I know you know that. When a business has an IT issue, Hamilton responds to you right away. You are not having to wait days for a response like other IT providers. You have a problem, we're there to fix it. And a lot of times we fix that problem before the business owner even knows that there's a problem because we are constantly proactive monitoring things. And so if anybody has any questions or want to reach out to Hamilton, they can do so at 308-381-1000, or you can go to our website, hamiltonisbusiness.com. Again, that's 308-381-1000 or hamiltonisbusiness.com.
It can be just that easy. Derek Journas is the manager for Hamilton Information Systems. Derek, thanks and stay safe.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.